Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. Today I thought I would hop on here and kind of update you on some of my first thoughts and impressions after using the products I hauled a couple weeks ago. I've had some time to play with them and I have some opinions. I have not had a chance to go over everything that was in that haul, which I will try to remember to link down below if you missed it. But there are some things I wanted to talk about, and there are some things I need to talk about for my Octoly review, so I figured today's the perfect day for this video. You might be hearing a little bit of Harry Potter in the background. I'm sorry. Ron just got done with school and he is relaxing. This kid has been killing first grade and killing remote learning. I couldn't be more proud of him. He's doing really good. He's got a new Grinch activity up on the wall. He's just been doing really good with all of this, so he's relaxing and watching some Harry Potter. Maybe I should turn the volume down a little though. Okay, first of all, let's talk about the 3 products I received complimentary from Biossance and Octoly for review purposes. This is the Biossance I really need to learn how to say this. Squalane and Omega Repair Cream. It's like a face moisturizer. This is the Biossance Squalane and Lactic Acid Resurfacing Night Serum. I can already tell it's almost gone. And this is the Squalane and Marine Algae Eye Cream. I already knew that I loved this eye cream. I had received the same product from Influencer a while back and had a chance to review it from them. And I already knew that I loved this product, which was what prompted me to request more products from this company when I had the chance to through Octoly. So I absolutely love this eye cream. It is so good. It's thick, but it soaks in. And I can apply it under my makeup. I wear this morning and night. I have no issues with it altering or messing up my makeup for the day. I put it on my eyelids, I put it under my eyelids, I put it everywhere. It lasts a good amount of time. I don't feel like I'm gonna go through this really fast, but I do love this very much. It has maybe the slightest smell, nothing really discernible. I really don't notice any smell whatsoever, but maybe the most subtle of fragrances. It just smells very clean and natural. Yeah, I don't know. It just smells nice. Nothing bad. I have really been enjoying this serum. I will say that this is like no other serum I have ever used before. When I think of a serum, I generally think of a clear or almost clear liquid that's almost like water, but a little bit thicker. And it kind of soaks right into the skin. I was shocked when I first applied this, because it came out of this bottle like a lotion, and I'm gonna insert a clip of what that looked like because I had to show you guys. I've never seen a serum this white or this lotiony. It just looks like a lotion. But I like to do 3 pumps at night, 3 pumps in the morning, and I really like it. It's good, but it's not like any other serum I've ever used before. I would recommend it, but I've used a lot of moisturizers before that feel a lot like this serum does, and I'm having a hard time kind of figuring out what the differences are between a serum and a moisturizer, because it really feels like a moisturizer. And finally, let's talk about the moisturizer. This is recommended to be used morning and night. However, if you do apply it during the morning, you should probably apply a separate sunscreen or make sure that your foundation has sunscreen in it, because this does not have sunscreen in it. This is a very, very thick moisturizer. I don't know if this would be good for anybody who lives in a super humid climate or anybody who has really oily skin. I don't think it would be a problem for somebody with acne prone skin, but if you have oily skin, I probably wouldn't recommend this. This is thick. I mean, it stands up. Look at that. It's standing straight up. I think Emily Noel often refers to like peaks and dips when she's talking about a product this thick. This is really thick. So great for anybody with dry skin, great for anybody like me who's just dealing with the dryness of the climate, even though they don't necessarily have dry skin. It's just so dry all around me. I need to give myself all the moisture I can. So I do think this is a great product, just not for you if you live in a really humid climate or if you have really oily skin. This might be a little bit too much. But other than that, I loved it. As far as the smell of this face lotion, somebody told me that it stinks, and they warned me before I had even had a chance to try it. Like, just so you know, it stinks. You got to get used to it. And I don't know why I'm not smelling it. What this smells like to me is unscented lotion. It just smells like lotion with no perfume, no additives, just a very natural lotion scent, but there's nothing bad about it to me. So I don't know, but I'm not noticing anything really obnoxious, but there's nothing nice about it. There's no nice fragrance scent to this product whatsoever. It just smells like unscented lotion. I have really been enjoying all three of these products, so thank you so much to Biossance and Octoly for gifting me these products. I've been really enjoying them. The next product is my other product that I received from Octoly and the company Ofra for review purposes. This is the Ofra Black Friday palette. Oh my gosh, isn't that so pretty? It looks like a little party on the outside. This is what the inside looks like, and unfortunately, it's not much of a party on the inside. I was really excited to try the Ofra formula of eyeshadows out because I do like Ofra products very much. I like their liquid lipsticks, I like their bronzers, I like their highlighters. The only thing I've never tried before are their eyeshadows. After having tried this several times, I have no complaints about the formula of the eyeshadows. Unfortunately, this palette itself, this color story, is a bit of a snooze fest. I was hoping it would be even slightly more interesting than it actually is, but the truth is, it's a palette of gray and black eyeshadows, and that's not very interesting. I am wearing this kind of greeny gray on my eyelids today. I've had this eyeshadow on since about 7 o'clock this morning, and it's about 3 now, so it's been a while. There's no creasing. I don't have any complaints about the formula of these eyeshadows, and if you like this color story, I would highly recommend this palette. I will have a link down below to where you can get this palette from the Octoly website along with the Biossance products. I will have also linked down below. But yeah, this color story is just not for me. I was really optimistic about this kind of shade up here that looks to be a little bit of a pinky taupe, and this one down here that looked to be taupey again. I'm gonna have a picture posted on my Instagram either tonight or tomorrow with that look. It just kind of looked gray. So the one shadow that I did find to be a little bit special from this palette is this top one right here. It is a baked kind of frosty metallic white shade. It's called Rhinestone, and it is beautiful. I really like it. That shade is gorgeous. I used it as a brow bone highlight. I used it as an inner corner highlight. I didn't try to use it as a face highlight. I thought it might be too much, but it's very nice on the eyes and I like it a lot. But the rest of these colors are just okay. I'm wearing this black eyeshadow as an eyeliner on my upper lash line. I almost feel like it looks like I'm wearing liquid eyeliner. This is such a nice, beautiful, rich black eyeshadow. I really like it. It's a beautiful black eyeshadow. Did I need another black eyeshadow? No, I did not, but it was a beautiful black eyeshadow, particularly as an eyeliner, which is how I would probably use it most of the time. So let's do some swatches of these shadows so you could take a closer look at them. All right, so here is the first row swatched. I do feel like in this swatch you could kind of see that pink, that hint of pink that I was very drawn to in this shade. But like I said, on my eyes, it just kind of looked gray. But I cannot fault the quality of the shadows. They're nice quality. I am very interested in trying more from Ofra down the road because of this palette. I just don't know if this palette is gonna be like my go-to. Okay, let me get this right. Come on, Paula, get it together. Here is the second row right here. Well, now it's a column, I guess. But as I said earlier, this top shade is the one I have all over my eyelids today. It's kind of a greeny gray, army green kind of color, khaki. Okay, and the final row, which is now a column, is this one right here. I actually really enjoyed this dark charcoaly gray black that has the silver glitter in it. It's actually quite nice, and it makes black somewhat more wearable than if it was just like this black alone, which I do not consider very wearable. Every time I did a look with this palette, the shadows blended nicely, they performed nicely. They were not so pigmented that I couldn't handle them, but they definitely had enough pigment to make a nice eye look. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I'm very impressed with the formula of the Ofra Cosmetics eyeshadows. I would recommend them. The only question is this a color story that draws you in? If it is, here you go. It's the Black Friday palette from Ofra. I would recommend it. And if this color story does not speak to you, then keep your eye out for some Ofra palettes that you do like, because the eyeshadows are good. It's just a matter of whether or not you like the colors. I did notice last week that on the Octoly app there was a different Ofra palette that was much more my kind of color story. It had a lot of neutrals, a lot of warm brown neutrals, and a couple pops of like teal and aqua, and I definitely applied for that one as well, but that one sold out, so I wasn't able to get that one. But I will continue to keep an eye out for other Ofra products on the Octoly app to review for you guys. But yeah, that's my review of this palette right here. Thank you so much to Ofra and to Octoly for gifting me this palette. Okay, next let's talk about these guys right here. These are the Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Cream and Coco Cabana Cream. I received these from Sephora as my birthday gift for this year, and I've had a chance to play with them for the last couple weeks. This one I haven't used as much. This one is the one that Hazel really likes to put on, and from her wearing it, I've been able to smell it. It's funny, I definitely think that both of these moisturizers change. You can't just open the bottle and smell it and assume that that's the way it smells. You need to open it, put it on, wear it for a couple hours, and then make a decision. It's like a perfume in a lot of ways. Like the way you wouldn't just smell a perfume out of the bottle and make a judgment on it, you need to wear it. That's kind of how these are, and these are strong. Like I am not used to wearing a moisturizer that is this strong scented. I wore this one the other day. I put some on my arms, a little bit on my shoulders and on my legs, and I could smell it until I took a shower the next morning. It was very strong, and I'm not used to that. I will say that my initial impression with this one, the more popular Boom Boom Cream and their first one, when I first put it on, there's something almost masculine to this scent that smells like a men's cologne to me. And I don't think I've ever heard anybody else describe that. Maybe they have, and I just haven't heard, I don't remember, but I don't remember anybody ever describing it as a masculine scent. Anytime I've ever heard of anybody describing the scent, it's all summer and coconut and going to the beach and those kind of descriptions that generally I love and am very drawn to, but this is not like that. This is almost like musky coconut. Like, I don't know what's in here that makes it like that, but yeah, there's definitely something in here that feels a bit masculine to me. However, as the day went on and I wore it, I started to really enjoy it, and I find this to be a lovely scent. I definitely like it. Would I spend $45 on a full size? I don't know. It's hard for me to even think about that. I still have so many body lotions to get through before I can even think of the day when I would purchase a body lotion. But $45 for a lotion is kind of a hard pill to swallow. I don't know. But I did like this scent very much after I had it on for a while. Not when I initially applied it. It smelled very masculine to me when I initially applied it. But as time went on, I kind of grew to appreciate it, and I enjoyed how strong it was. Like, I put some perfume on that day as well, but I never smelled the perfume once after I applied it. All I could smell was this. This actually was overpowering my perfume. So if you like this scent, I would definitely get the body spray and just pair the two together, or just skip perfume altogether on the day you're wearing this, because this is so strong, you literally don't need anything else. I still have not done a personal all-day wear test on this one, but like I said, it smells nice on Hazel. When I first open it up, I don't smell that masculine smell like I do with the other one. I smell the buttered popcorn, like a lot of people say. It's so strange, but I think it's the cocoa butter in here that makes it smell like buttered popcorn. And I'm curious to know personally if that scent goes away once you've had it on for a while, like the musky masculine scent of the other one does. One complaint I've heard more than one person mention to me, one was Beauty by Angela, she mentioned it, and the other one was somebody I was talking over on Instagram with, and I cannot remember who it was, but both of them mentioned that this product leaves their hands feeling sticky. So even though they love this lotion and they love to apply it on their body, they have to wash their hands after they applied it because their hands feel sticky. And I didn't notice that. So I don't know why they're noticing it, but I didn't notice it. But I didn't wash my hands immediately after. I was checking to see if it felt sticky, and it didn't. So I didn't mind that at all, but just so you guys know, some people have mentioned that their hands feel sticky after they apply it and they have to wash their hands. Okay, next I want to talk about these two products. These are both from the brand Soft Skin Beauty. A representative from their company reached out to me through Instagram and offered to send me some products to review, and I have been using them. This is a lash boosting oil, and this is a lip scrub. Let me talk about the lip scrub first. The lip scrub is very nice. It's a very typical lip scrub. There's nothing super outstanding about it. This one in particular, this green one, has a bit of a lemony lime smell. It smells a little bit like Pledge, which is good or bad depending on your feelings and thoughts on the scent of Pledge. But as far as a lip scrub, it works great. It's got those sugary bits. Sugar is a great lip exfoliator. I like it a lot. I have no complaints about this. It's a good amount of product. I mean, this is a pretty serious tub of lip scrub, so I think it's a nice product, and I think the packaging is really cute. It's got little butterflies on it. I'm not sure how many scents in this product they have, but I will leave a note on here to let you guys know what the price is for this product and how many scents they carry, if the smell of Pledge is not your thing. Okay, let's talk about this guy. This is a Lash Growth, like serum-y kind of product. It's oil inside of a mascara wand packaging, so there's a fluffy natural brush that you use to apply this. I'm having a hard time reviewing this product for a couple of reasons. The main one being that I've been using a lash serum for about 2 years now. So my lashes have basically been on steroids for the last 2 years, and I'm very happy with where they're at. So when I started using this, I did not see much of a difference because my eyelashes were already like beefed up on steroids. So I can't say that this is doing something, but I also cannot say that this is not doing something. Here's what I will say. I'm not crazy about this packaging in more than one way. First of all, the lash serum that I currently use has like a brush tip applicator similar to what you would see in an eyeliner, and you just line your top lashes at night and you're done. This one has the mascara spoolie. And although I feel like this coats my lashes quite nicely, I don't feel like this really gets to the root of my lashes as nicely as I wish it would, like the wand does, like the brush tip applicator does. So that's what it looks like. And so I brush it through my eyelashes at night. But again, I don't know if my eyelashes themselves need this product. I feel like if it's gonna do something, it needs to be at the base of my eyelashes where the roots are. And I don't know if I'm really getting to that spot with this. So what I tend to do, for a couple of reasons, is just apply the oil directly to my eyelids with my fingers and just kind of brush it over my eyelids like this. And that's what I've been doing. Now here's the other thing. I don't know how. I don't know what kind of voodoo this is, but I've been leaving this on my bathroom counter. But I've been leaving this on my bathroom counter like this since I got it. It hasn't been lying on its side. I seal the cap as tightly as it will go, and I set it down like this. And for some reason, I have oil all over my bathroom counter, and I don't know how and I don't know why, but for some reason, this is leaking onto my bathroom counter. There's no apparent cracks in the packaging. I don't know how I'm getting oil on my counter because it's just sitting up there like this, but I'm getting oil on my counter, which is a mess. But so unfortunately, I'm not in love with the packaging. I would much prefer packaging that doesn't leak, and I would much prefer a brush tip applicator to this mascara wand applicator. But unfortunately, besides that, I really cannot give this product a proper review because, like I said, my eyelashes are already all hopped up on the steroids of the Rodan & Fields Lash Serum, so I cannot comment as to whether this works or not. But I'm really grateful to the company for sending me these products for review purposes, and I just want to say thank you to Soft Skin Beauty for sending these my way. I've been having a lot of fun playing with them. Okay, there's one more thing I want to review before we wrap this up. And those are these three right here. These are the Too Faced Melted Matte Lipsticks, liquid lipsticks from the holiday set. I have 3 of them. I put 3 of them in a project. There's a 4th one. It's still in the office. I haven't had a chance to use that one. I have the shades Caramel Apple, Hot Toddy, and Sugar Cookie, which is what I'm wearing right now. I'm really enjoying these. They are matte. They are liquid lipsticks. And I'm leaning more and more towards the fact that I just don't like liquid lipsticks. But as far as liquid lipsticks go, these are good ones. I do like this line of liquid lipsticks. They are the most comfortable and they really stay put. They're not transfer proof, I don't think. No, they are not transfer proof at all, but they really stay put. They wear off nicely. The colors are very beautiful. I've really been enjoying all 3 colors. I have said this before, but Hot Toddy was the reason I wanted this set so bad, the pinky brown. I really like that. But Caramel Apple, you guys seem to love. I got a lot of compliments from you guys the day that I wore this one. And I'm wearing Sugar Cookie today, and it's just a nice neutral. It's actually a nice neutral, which is, I'm kind of snobbish about my neutrals. I don't like a neutral that's too gray. I don't like a neutral that's too brown. I really like a pinky neutral. And although this isn't a pinky neutral, I find it to be a very wearable neutral for my skin tone, which is very important because if it's not wearable, I'm not gonna use it. So, I know that this set has been selling out in some places. I don't know if you can still get it or not. If you're looking for this set and it is still available, I would definitely recommend it. If you're looking for this set and it's not still available, I would still recommend the Too Faced Melted Matte Liquefied Lipstick line. I've really been enjoying this formula of lipsticks. These do have a scent. I'm not crazy about the scent. I was talking with Erin, she bought this set as well. She says that she feels like each one of these smells differently. I can't say that I've noticed that. I feel like they all kind of smell the same. Yeah, Caramel Apple does not really smell like an apple. They all kind of smell like a sugar cookie to me. I'm curious to know if you guys have differing opinions, but to me, they all kind of smell like a sugar cookie, which is nice, but it's also kind of strange. I don't know. I'm having a hard time describing it. Also, the scent of these does kind of linger. So if you are the kind of person that's okay with a little scent, with the assumption that that scent will go away soon after applying it, I kind of feel like the scent of these sticks around for quite a while. So I feel like even though I've had this on for over half an hour, I can still smell it. So if you're really sensitive to scents, be careful because you'll notice. All right, guys, that is my review of the products I've tried so far from this haul. If there's anything I hauled that I did not try or I have not reviewed and you're interested in it, let me know what you'd like me to review. I'd be happy to start working on that next. But out of all the products I hauled recently in the month of November, these were the ones that I've had a chance to try out and to form an opinion on. I will have all the information related to the products that I got through Octoly and the Instagram of Soft Skin Beauty linked down below, so check them out. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.